people say that money is a significant source of stress? Well, it looks like most of you said 90%. That's a great guess. I'm sure it is stressful for the majority of people out there for sure. I think that key word there, significant, is what really set this particular question apart. And even then, in terms of significant source of stress, two-thirds of Americans say that it is. And so that is surprising for some people to think that that many, all across the country, regardless of their financial situation, find it to be very stressful. And then the second question, how many people don't have $1,000 saved for an emergency? $1,000 is a lot of money, but in the big scheme of things, I mean, not really so much, right? And yet over half of people don't have $1,000 they can get to. 56% is one of the most recent statistics. They've done that study every year for about 15 years now, and it's always over half. It's anywhere from like 51% up to 62, depending on the year. So again, what are the options in that case if there isn't any cash at all that you can get access to? And then the third question, how many people claim they live paycheck to paycheck? And the majority of you got that right, 64%. And you can see on the screen there behind the poll results, 48% of people that make over $100,000 a year as an individual, not household, but an individual. A lot of households have multiple incomes, but just as an individual income earner, those that make over $100,000, well, not over, but close to half of them say that they live paycheck to paycheck too. So you can see that, again, something like that sort of goes with not having $1,000 extra set aside because they're just living paycheck to paycheck. And then the fourth question we had on the poll, how many people ages 55 to 66 have nothing saved for retirement? The majority of you got that right as well. 48% of people that are 55 to 66, and it's 49, 48 and a half, depending on which one you look at in terms of the report and whether or not they rounded it off, but still, basically, half of the people at that age, 55 to 66, just about to start retirement, have nothing saved for retirement. So those are some statistics. You see some others on the screen there as well. Basically, the idea is, hey, this isn't a rich problem or a poor problem. It's not a young person, an old person. It's not a male or female, or you have kids or you don't have kids. It's not isolated to education levels. It's not isolated to ethnicity or race or background. It is purely just something that is common with adults across the board, all around us. You and I, as we're walking down the street, as we're talking to people at work, clients that come in, people you come across in the community, family members. There's such a huge need out there for help and education and advice around how to handle personal finances.